Now let us consider this is an algorithm for an crystals. So input for that is nothing but the graph, that is an connected, it is a connected weighted graph. Okay, cycle may be there, may not be there, so whatever it is, so it should be an weighted connected graph. Now consider, write whatever input, output and the purpose, it is there in my notes, go through that one. So initially what we have to do, so initially we need to sort all the E, capital E is nothing but a set of the edges, all the set of the edges. So sort them in the ascending order of their weights. So whichever is having a lower weight, that one will come first. Like that you arrange them in the ascending order. Like E11, EI1 should be less than or equal to, like that, up to an, okay, like this. Okay. So whichever the edge is having the highest weight, that will be at the end. So initially ET, what is ET? E represent what? Set of all the edges. ET represent what? The set of the edges in the minimum spanning tree. What is E represent? Set of all the edges. What is ET represent? Set of the edges in the minimum spanning tree, in the MST. Okay, initially none of the edge will be unselected. So initially it will be 0. And encounter, it is a variable which will be used to count the number of the edges in the MST. Okay, whenever I am adding any of the edge to the MST, increment the E counter by an 1. Again one more, if I am adding, again increment it by an 1. So what is the E counter variable? So encounter variable, it is nothing but a variable which will be incremented whenever the any of the edge will be added to the MST. So when your algorithm will stop, and k is nothing but a one more intermediate variable you are using, so which is nothing but this k. Okay, till I'll reach the last edge you can continue like that. K is 0 means no edge, 1 means the next edge we are, next edge, like that. So next, while encounter is less than a number of the vertices minus 1. As I told you already that, so when our algorithm will stop, when the number of the edges in the MST is equal to the number of the vertices minus 1. Correct? So number of the vertices. So this represent what? Number of the vertices minus 1. So if till our encounter reaches the number of the vertices minus 1, our algorithm will continue. Now k is equal to k plus 1 means consider the first edge. Consider the first edge. If what is my ET initially? Null. Okay. Add the first edge to the ET. ET is initially null. So add the first edge. Okay. First edge to the partially constructed minimum spanning tree. If it doesn't form a cycle, if adding this edge to the ET is acyclic. Okay. If adding an edge to the minimum spanning tree doesn't form a cycle, is acyclic, then add it. Okay, add it to the ET. What is ET? I already told you, it contains the set of the edges of the minimum spanning tree. So add that particular edge to the partially constructed minimum spanning tree and increment the encounter by an 1. Okay, increment this variable by an 1. Again you go here, again check, take the next edge, again check whether it form a cycle or not. If it doesn't form a cycle, add it. If it is forming a cycle, don't add it. So once this loop is over, finally return the ET. So when you are stopping that one, so when your encounter is less than the number of the vertices minus 1, till that time you will be continuing that one. So once the number of the edges in the MST is equal to the number of the vertices minus 1, we are going to stop and return finally ET. So what is ET contain? It will contain the edges, sequence of the edges that will be added to the minimum spanning tree. So this is about the algorithm of a crystal. So go through a few of the examples are there in my notes, you go through that one. So here both the prims and the crystals will be used in order to construct the minimum spanning tree. The difference between them is that prims will be used for, you will be used by, that is prims will be constructed MST, it constructs the MST by adding the vertices. Crystal will construct the MST by adding an edges in the each of the iteration. And one more thing, so when your Prim's and when your Kruskal's algorithms will be unused. Suppose if your graph is a dense graph means what? You will be having so many edges in the graph. That is called as a dense graph. So when your graph is a dense graph like this, you will be having so many edges wherever possibility is there, like this, like so many edges are there. Then which algorithm will be unused for that particular graph? Prim's algorithm is suits for that one. Why means, suppose if I am applying the Kruskal's algorithm for this particular graph where the number of the edges are more, then I need to sort all of them. Then one by one I need to select. Okay, means I need to go through each and every edge of your graph if it is a Kruskal. Whereas in case of the Prim's, what we are doing, I'll start with one and I'll go on adding the edges. If I have come across with all the vertices, stop over there. There we are not going through each and every edge of an given graph. Getting my point? What we are doing in a Prim's, I'll consider one starting vertex, then check which is the closest vertex, go on add. Once number of the vertices is equal to the 6, I'll stop over there, and need not necessary to take this edge, this edge, not necessary to go through each and every entry of your matrix. Getting my point? So no need of going through each and every entry of your matrix. Whereas in case of the Kruskal, what I have to do, I have to go through each and every entry, sort them in the ascending order, then you select one by one. At least to sort them, I have to go through each and every entry. Okay, so that's why whenever the number of the edges are more, when you are having a dense graph, then Prim's is better compared to the Kruskal's algorithm. When your graph is sparse, means only few edges are there, then you can go for the Kruskal compared to the Prim's algorithm. Again, you take Prim's and Kruskal's, in both the cases, the time complexity is nothing but the V square. That is number of the vertices square. Y square means we are representing the graph by using an two graphs, that is adjacency matrix representation we are using. That's why it is V cross V or N cross V, N cross N. Therefore, it is N square or the V square. So this is about the Kruskal's and the Prim's algorithm. Few examples are there, so go through that one, and I'll also send the assignment on Prim's and the Kruskal's. Okay, thank you.